Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to today's video, guys. I am Jack with my girl budgeting. And today, guys, this is going to be a remake of a video that I was thinking I was recording and I wasn't recording at all, guys. So basically so as you can see, guys, I'm working on my calendar for the month of June to see where my bills are going to be falling in this month, as well as where my pay and what I'm going to be working on for each week that I get paid on bill paying, but also to incorporate savings within that. I have this whole spiel, guys. This was completely empty, completely done. I mean, like blank, cleaned out, whatever. And then I didn't even pay attention that the record button wasn't on. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. For one, my dog was laying on my wires, and so I think whenever she did that, it disconnected all my stuff, my camera, because I thought I was recording for real. But anyways, guys, I am Jack with my girl budgeting, and basically I am working my way to become debt free by budgeting myself, but also doing fun savings, games with those savings, and then also things within the community of budgeting, but also in YouTube. If you are new to my channel and want to walk that journey with me, as well as learn how maybe to get inspired to do your own journey, please hit that subscribe button. That way you guys can take part in that. So yeah, guys, so basically I laid out all my bills for the month, and you know, lined out everything. If you can see, I have my little color coordination here. Got my income in green, bills in pink, subscriptions in blue, debt in orange, and then I have my wallet and savings, which I really don't add to this calendar. But anyways, guys, yes, so let me, oh, I forgot to put pay here. So I'll give you a quick rundown of what we have. So in orange is all my bed debt. So we have my mortgage, my American Express, my Chase, my foundation, which is my bathroom remodel, and then we have my Capital One and my car payment that fall in orange. Then on my bills, this is my recurring bills that I have monthly that never change. I mean, they do change a little bit, but like our water, electricity, gas, whatever. So those are all in pink. So I have my electric, my water, my internet, my insurance for my house and vehicles, then my mobile phone, my security, gas, and then again on the electricity, which I am a pay-as-you-go kind of electricity. So basically I keep it in a positive, try to keep it at 100 every chance I get. So that's basically why you see two of my electricities laid out. Then we have my subscriptions in blue. Subscriptions are like my HP ink, which is my monthly subscription to get my ink to print all those lovely savings that I print out. Plus I do have an Etsy shop, so that also incorporates into that. Then I am a Pink Zebra consultant. Basically, Pink Zebra is non-toxic fragrance wax melts that you can use. They look like dipping dots and they are delicious to smell. And what's good about Pink Zebra is that you can actually mix and match different fragrances to your liking. But yeah, I love Pink Zebra and I am a consultant for that. So I do pay a monthly subscription for my website, but also for a subscription to stay consistent with the new fragrances of the month or that come out. And so those are in blue. And then I also have my Google for my, of course, cloud space, and then Netflix. And so that's basically it, guys. It was a longer video, and I'm telling you guys, I was talking for like probably 30 minutes, I want to say. But I did go into a little bit of detail of maybe I feel like I've been a little bit standoffish in the past week or two, and I just wanted to give y'all maybe a little bit of, well, give y'all a little bit of reasoning why you might see me seem off here these past few weeks, and probably the next week or two. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of story breakdown of what basically I started my budgeting journey. And here she comes, guys. Here comes my little partner in crime. She's my comfort. But also what made me go ahead and start my budgeting journey about a year ago. It'll all be a year in August that I had started. I want to say at the end of the month I started my budgeting. But what brought me into the whole budgeting was I was going through a real bad time at that time last year. This time, exactly 2 days ago, this past year, which was on the June 2nd, the love of my life had lost his life. He was in a terrible accident one night. He had gone out to work. He had left the house about 10 o'clock that night because he had gotten called in. He worked for oil company, and you know, oil company, you are nonstop, constantly called in, especially guys that work out there in the field. And he had been a truck driver a majority of his life, but he had taken a different position and was doing other things within the oil company with the hopes of getting back into the truck soon. And so he was working that off, but he was working for an oil company, and he had gotten called out. He had worked already earlier that day, and he had already done some errands earlier that day. I mean, I still remember that day like it was yesterday. He had come home for a little bit, and then he had to go back to work, do whatever he needed to do to finish up. And then he came back home later on that evening, and about 10 o'clock that night, he had gotten called out to go do a run for his job. And it was about an hour away that he was out. He had to go out. And so he went to go, he of course got called out, and he was driving actually with another guy. They were in the truck, but he wasn't driving. He was actually in the passenger seat. Well, on their way out there, they had gotten called that the job had been canceled, so they could go ahead and turn around and come back home. So he did. So that was the plan. I had that was about 10 o'clock he left. 11 o'clock he had called me that evening, and he was like, we're on the road, we're about to, you know, head. This was before it got canceled. He's like, I'll call you whenever I'm on my way home. And he was like, it'll probably be an hour or two. I was like, okay. And so he told me, bye, I love you, babe, whatever. And so that was it. I went to bed, and I was like, okay, I'll expect this call, and then he can, you know, let me know when he's on his way home. I guess I got in a deep sleep anyways, and I had gotten a missed call from his phone, but I didn't answer it because I'm telling you, I was so exhausted that night, I guess, and I didn't answer it. And so he, so long story short, as it came out, he had been in an accident. Basically, the guy that was driving, the other guy that went out with him, once the job got canceled out, he had made a U-turn in front of a vehicle that was oncoming, and the guy, I guess, basically T-boned him on his passenger side that he was sitting on. He was basically thrown in the truck every which way, I guess. And he wasn't thrown out, but he was thrown inside the vehicle, and basically had a head injury. And so the ambulance had gone out, picked him up, whatever. And of course, we didn't know anything until a day or later, because they didn't have any of my information. They couldn't get into his phone. so they couldn't make a call from, you know, to see his numbers or whatever. And anyways, so yeah, so basically about a year ago he was in this wreck. I was in the hospital with him for 10 days before he had succumbed to his injuries and lost his life. So if you guys, if you guys feel like I'm completely out of it or have been off on my videos, it's not so much that I'm not wanting to do this. I love doing this. It's just I've been thinking about him a lot here lately, and so I will say that, you know, that's probably why you guys will see a little bit of a shift in my videos. Maybe I try to bring as much light to my videos, as much positive energy, because, you know, that's what keeps me going, to have positivity, right? But as I go into the budgeting part of this, so whenever he lost his life, it was June 12th that we finally, you know, was like, there's not more they can do. He's pretty much gone. I had really started spiraling down, and so around, I want to say July, maybe, yeah, I started watching a lot of more budgeting videos. Came across a lot of channels like Lisa Grateful Me, Donna Power by Creativity, all those channels that really give out positive energy, positive vibes. They're bubbly personalities. They're very infectious, you know, energy. It just, you know, was a light in my life at that time. And basically that is what brought me into becoming a budgeter, but also start taking that part in budgeting myself, and also taking part in taking care of my finances, because it was just me now. And also being able to just take care of me, you know, finally like saying, you know what, I gotta snap out of it. I gotta be better for me, my family, my kids, now my grandbaby, and so on and so forth. And so, I mean, I was out of it for a little bit, and what made me take that leap was basically seeing the budgeting community and seeing how everybody is with each other. That brought me to want to be part of it and start taking part in everything that I do. And so that's why you guys do see so much of me putting into what I do in the budgeting, because it gives me light, it gives me air, it gives me, you know, a fresh of goodness, especially because I get to interact with a lot of you guys, and you guys are so positive and so motivating, so supportive. So that's why it helps me a lot. And so so that is why I basically, where I started my budgeting journey was, I did watch Donna relentlessly all the time, and I got so involved into her videos, her channel, and learning how to start the whole budgeting, because I was at first too one of those skeptics. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even keep $5, you know, to myself to really put it into a savings. And no, I took that leap of faith. I watched countless of people's videos and countless of channels to start my own journey, and basically that is where we are today. And I am so grateful for that. I'm grateful for that, but I'm also grateful that I got to spend, you know, this past year learning how to budget and becoming better into my own finances and taking care of my finances. And it has really helped me, and it's really not stress. Like, I don't feel as stressed as I would have before all of this. And then with him, George losing his life, I didn't want to spiral out. And this is like my therapy for me. Doing all this helps me so much. It keeps me so motivated and so, like, because I know the end result is like I can get out of debt by doing all this. And you guys can too. If you guys find yourself in some kind of, you know, downward spiral, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what when I'm gonna eat the next, even if it's $1, guys, just start your savings, because it does bring light and energy into your life when you do this. I will say, like, I feel so much better knowing that I'm budgeting myself by doing the calendar. And when you see it on paper, see it laid out, your bills, you can know how to tackle it a lot more. I'm telling you guys, I will show you guys the first, I think I have it here. Yes. So I have the first time I ever, from August 23. This was when I started my first, like, and I mean, I was writing it out. I had no idea what I was looking at. I was looking at my bills and what I had to pay. But I mean, like, I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, so how do I apply my payments, my paycheck to each of these, you know? And that's why you see like a little bit of coloring around the dates. It's because, I mean, I was just trying different ways to find myself, you know, to be able to track my spending, you know. And here's for that following month. So I started in August of last year, and I started calendaring, yeah, my bills. And then this is like the first month I ever started, and then as time went on, you know, I've moved into the new year, and look, I mean, I've still a little bit same concept, but I mean, but also I'm looking and I'm like, golly, my bills have really lessened than what I had that previous year, you know. So I was saying, guys, I mean, if anything, if nothing else, save that dollar. But also, if you need something, a boost, I'm telling you guys, by putting that, I think I started with $10 on my first. I was like, I have this $10 to my name. That's the only thing I can really put into a savings, and I went with it, and I went and put it into just, at first I just started with just the envelopes, putting it into high sinking funds or just sinking funds, and I put $10 to each of those envelopes, and I was like, okay, $1 here, $1 here, $1 here, until I got rid of those 10, and then eventually I learned, you know, doing the sinking funds stuffing. I enjoy that whenever I can do my sinking funds showdown, but when I was just doing it right off, it was like not fun for me. So that's whenever I started watching everybody doing their savings videos and how they do savings challenges and so on and so forth. It was fun. It became fun, and I enjoy doing the savings challenges because that keeps me, you know, to keep pushing forward. But yeah, guys, so that is my story of why I started budgeting when, because I mean, I'm in my 40s, and I mean, I'm late to the game. I wish I would have started this years when I was younger, but I am like pushing my kids. My kids are doing it themselves, starting. I mean, they're in their 20s, so like I have my son's binder, and he's like, here mom, you can use this money to do your savings videos, and so that helps me, but also it's helping him. And so, and then my daughter too, she's starting her, you know, own ways of saving when she can. But yeah, so let that be, you know, maybe some inspiring, you know, motivation. And all the tragedy that I had before budgeting, I have found my peace within the budgeting community, and I feel like I can talk to you guys about anything really. And then especially when I interact with you guys on my emails or even text, I feel like I can really, you know, like we really do come together as a community. So, but yeah, guys, that is my calendar for the month. This will be applied for all my savings that are coming. And then also I will be doing a sinking fund showdown hopefully this next week, and get caught up with some sinking funds, and then also I have, I think, a lot going on. I'm doing the scavenger hunt, so that will be taking place on video. I'll be doing a video drop again today with my mini savings, but also the scavenger hunt. I'm going to be first to draw a name that will be entered into the final drawing. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't much about budgeting, but it is my budgeting journey and why I started budgeting. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day, guys. We'll call it this video. Much love to you all, and thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for taking part in my video, and thank you guys for the love and support. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Bye, guys.